Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher, a puppet for my people. Rabu 7 here. We have a report that there's two I-beams in outer space that's quickly approaching to the Ozarks. Hey, Daddy Rothschild, Dad, there's this guy Robin's Hood. He's making fun of me. We're gonna cut him off, right? Man, soon I'm not gonna be able to drink any pleasant thing. America's gonna be running, okay? Not off of Dunkin' Donuts. They're gonna be running. This is gonna be so great. Remember, I'm from the outside looking in, and I can't wait. Man, I can't wait to see what you guys got in store with these 21 days. Oh man. I thought that life couldn't get any better. It's just the beginning. Soon as that truth gets shut down, soon as they start the bombings and the second 9/11 and the 2 days, just getting rid of the trees, and oh man, it's going to be great. Because here's the thing, the ones doing it and the ones that are involved, they think that from this point on, for the next 3.5 years, there's going to be no truth in the world at all whatsoever. And then you just basically, you got to bow down to Jonathan Kleck, who is taking the reign of the America's Next Top Messiah. Let the harvest grow together. This is how you find out who's who in the damn zoo. Not only do you already know the people that you hire, but you also know the people that you don't hire. People that come from the outside and they're like peeking in like, what are you guys doing in the dark there? So let the harvest grow together. Let everybody that was promised life and liberty and a sweet bunker, and everybody that was promised to rule and reign, let them all grow together. And then let them get reaped. So they think that they're going to shut the truth down, and then they're just going to have their way, right? Yeah. Well, it's not going to work. It'll work for a short period of time, but here's what's going to happen. Once those 3 days is up, you know Wolf Blitzer? Nope. When the situation room, it's like this. You know Wolf Blitzer, right? Of course you do. CNN. There's always a situation going on in his room. Tell me you wouldn't die, all right? Die laughing. I mean, everything's shut down, right? You got the sun hits, it's like, everything's dead. Lights out, everything's shut at the end of the time period. At the end of the 21-day period, the sun drops down. The second sun comes in, it hits, something or whatever, the other sun drops down for 3 days, and it's lights out, dark. It looks like the world has ended, okay? Then, 3 days later, everything, who you beeping at? What? Who and what and where and why would you? Okay, so you get up and you turn the TV on because they tell you that power's back on. So you turn TV on, and then here comes the theme song for CNN, Wolf Blitzer. Right? Because this transformation happens like that, and the truth hops back up. And then IHOP on TV. IHOP on TV on CNN with my Wolf Blitzer wig. I'm Wolf Blitzer. I mean, wait, Wolf Blitzer is no longer, he was and was not and is not, because they're all freaking liars and we're taking over. And now it's time to hear the truth, everybody. They all got canned because they are big fat liars, and the world didn't end except for their world. And then from that point on, we are up. You know, not me personally, but at first hopping up on that studio expecting Wolf Blitzer, and you see me. Man, I can see it now. I can see people dying laughing. Because you know what you're going to know then? The truth is back up, and it's here to stay for an eternity. Let the wheat and the tares grow together. Let the tares swear and think that because they got so many promises from men, that's why they're so confident. I got no promises from any man at all. I just know what men are going to do. I know men's hearts. I know men's minds. It's mankind. It's everybody has that similar mindset, one way or the other, or in between. It's just, and when you go from being one side to the other and all the way in between, well, then you can relate to the people. You don't have to be a puppet for your people, but you can blow the trumpet for your people. I love this part about, yeah, I battle back and forth sometimes, but I love this part of delusion. The strong delusion that everybody, look, if you were promised something, if anyone is out there, I know there's 144 of you watching. And then there's the saints. All of you people that were promised something, remember, it's not going to happen. If you were promised one thing, like you know something about this end time, and you were promised to have a particular spot that Steve promised you or Kleck promised you, remember, you will be forsaken and you will be left behind. You're going to be left behind and forsaken because the rapture's happening. There's no question that there's going to be a rapture rumor in December. It's either going to be the 12/12 or December, Christmas, or 3.5 days or before New Year's, something like that. But the ones that were promised to be raptured up out of here, you guys are staying. You know the time, right? You know the day when you were told to be somewhere, and it's time, like, you know, just like when people are coming to Kleck's house saying that God sent them. I hope that's true. Steve, can you subliminally tell me show me through one of your videos that is true, that you actually did that and had people come to his house just like you had people come to my house? You know, when people tell you that you're a liar because you have an opinion, they're the ones lying. Like, when I say Steve sent those people to my house, I know for a fact he did, but there's no actual proof of that. But it's my thought and opinion. It's not a lie. It's actually the absolute truth, which is funny. Just knowing who does these things behind the scenes and they can't get away with it. That's why they join you. That's why everybody's going to join me. They couldn't beat me, so they're going to join me. And they were going to shut me down. They're still going to shut me down, but Steve's over there. Steve's on my side. It's just the way it is. You'll find out when it happens. And remember, I got no promises from anybody at all. No man that walked planet Earth has told me anything that there's a promise that I get to keep or some kind of good thing happens that comes my way. I just know that many good things are going to happen and come my way because being faithful, being a faithful servant, not a lying one, not a liar, okay? Like Tyler there, Tyler Mullen, you're a liar, and you know you're a liar. there's going to be a lot of repentance going on, and it ain't going to be me. I'm not the one repenting, because look, I got deceived. So be it. I got deceived. I thought, remember, Tyler, you clung to me the hardest. You were the hardest clinger, even more than Steve, because Steve finally got pissed off when I wasn't accepting his Klingons. I wasn't accepting it. So I kind of pissed him off, and then he went off the deep end. But you, my friend, you were there all the way through. I'll give it to you, man. You're definitely a good one. You know, you'll have a place. You boldly, you know, you guys, the whole crew, the Jerry from Light of Truth, Derek from a Glop of Poop, all you guys. I'll make sure of it. And I'll make sure that you get your little spot, but not until you recognize what the truth really is. Because right now, you guys are excited because you know that I'm getting shut down. You know that. You know that's a fact. Some of you will be shut down too, but you'll drift off into another channel and go deceive people more, because that's what you do. Like, changing my name and channel, I wouldn't want to do that because my subscribers wouldn't know where I went. But that's the whole point with people that change their name and their title, and they just constantly change and change and change. It's because you don't want people to follow. You want to branch off by yourself and just deceive people. I mean, you got your original followers, but I mean, co-workers. But let the harvest grow together. Let the wheat swear up and down that it's going to work out their way. Look, this is the greatest time in human history, except for all the other times that this happened. But this is modern day time. Like, this is the part where if you didn't believe the Bible, you're going to. If you didn't believe, that the stories in there were real, well, you're going to. The ones that are still growing with the wheat as the tares, because there's other people that already know the deal. They already know the Bible is coming true in front of their face, and they didn't know that before. And that's what the Pharisees and Sadducees are. They're the most knowledgeable people with the Bible, Scripture. Didn't follow the Scriptures per se, especially the Sadducees. Now the Pharisees, what I heard about the Pharisees is that they were like, kind of like the Illuminati type, that like they followed the law, right? They're not, it's like they're they're like the Pauls of the world. They're the Pauls. They're the ones that crucified Christians, right? But at the same time, they weren't trying to let people get over on them like the Sadducees. So they're kind of like, they're like the higher up police officers of their neighborhood. And that's what Steve is. That's what he was. He was a Pharisee. But then now, full circle, him and his buddies and everybody that's up there, I thought at one time somebody had to go and convince like the top elite, what the truth is and change their heart over. But now this has already been going on for the past 8 years, and especially the last 2.5, 975 days to be exact, was the time where I hopped on Steve's storefront. He allowed me to stay on the storefront so far for 975 days. And he's going to continue to allow me to stay on until my 1,000-day period is up on December 28th. Until my 40th and 42nd month of existence happens on the same exact day from the time I started YouTube on April 2nd, which is 4/2/2017, until December 28th, 2019 is 1,000 days. And it's from the day that I was born, June 28th, 1976, 11:30 p.m. until December 28th, 2019 is exactly 40 years and 42 months. So I started on 4/2/2017. May 21st, 2011, 5-month period. Starting from May 21st, 2011, 5-month period. And then the 7-year tribulation period. And then 62 weeks. And then getting cut off is December 28th, 2019. These are just dates that I'm rambling off. December is the time for the truth to get shut down and for the truth to pop back up. New Year's Day. I'm feeling that now. I'm feeling that part of it. Now remember, it could be prolonged 21 days. But that's why I got to tell you now, before I get shut down, before I can't speak, before Batcat has my tongue, before I die on Monday, the 9th, into the 10th, and then the 11th, the second 9/11. If it happens that way, man, I mean, how exciting is everybody going to be that it's like I walked around, I've been walking on water for 975 days on planet Earth, on solid concrete ground, walking on water. People are considered, the waters are considered people, nations, and tongues. Walking on top of, treading on top of serpents, bruising their head. Remember the one video that Kleck got up and he's like, oh, my neck hurts. Yeah, I know. It's me stomping on your head all the time. Past 900-something days. But look, all the days of Adam have to be fulfilled, like Steve said first. That has to be fulfilled. That sun's going to come by. The original sun's going to appear, but there's going to be, 3 days later. Because what happens is you got 2 witnesses. All right. And they got to get shut down. And then, obviously, 3 days later, they rise up. But before that, there's a 7-day period. Because it's a 10-day tribulation period, like all together. You'll be thrown in prison for 10 days. You got tribulation for 10 days. Not literal prison, but, they might try to play that out too. Who knows? It might be the part where they round up the 144. You guys. They round us up. They round us all up and put us together. Because they need us all to be at the same place when we hop back up on the studios after, because everybody's going underground. This is so great. Everybody's going underground because they're scared shitless. The ones that don't even know that the sun's a simulator. The majority of the world, even like there's only a few people, like in the Air Force, that like Kleck's one of them, Steve's another one. There's a few other people that know that, the ones that made the sun simulator, that kind of stuff. But the majority of even the people in the government don't even know that stuff. And when they do see it, man, they're going to be so scared to death. But they're going to go underground. When they go underground, we take over. As soon as they, look, you guys are submitting the earth to the meek. Because you're leaving this planet and going underground as scared individuals. We're staying above ground because we're not scared. And then we're going to take over the earth because of it. And then we're going to be the ones hopping back up on TV telling the truth for here on out. And then it's going to be so easy to know who the tares are and the wheat. And that's what Steve's job is. He's there to shine the light, a little dimmer light, but he's still there to shine the light on the truth when it's finished. Because he needs to rule. He needs to rule the night. And then once the original sun appears, then the day is being shown from that point on, and there's no more clouds. There's no more clouds. It's just going to be clear blue. This covering won't be there either. This covering, because we're covered from the top down, the entire top. I don't know if we've ever seen the original sun in our lifetime. We will. I love this, man. I love the fact that this is happening, and it sounds so ridiculous with some of the things I say, but it's going to happen. So then when you see all the ridiculous things I said and they actually happen, well, I mean, then you'll know it's true. And then you'll know Jonathan Kleck's not going to be the leader of this world. He's not going to be the one reigning and ruling and telling you what to do. It's going to be 144 is going to be reigning and ruling and telling people what they ought to do. Nobody's forced to do anything. You guys, free will. You can freely curl your scared ass into that bunker and hide. The fear is unbelievable. You guys are scared shitless, man. Think about how shameful you're going to feel when the TV pops back on and you see Rob Blitzer taking Wolf's place. Man, you know what? I might act after this. Who knows? I might. Just little skits here and there. Like, it's no different. I don't need a whole production crew. I just need myself and a damn camera. But I want to go to the studios and I want to be in Wolf Blitzer's studio and sit in his seat as Wolf Blitzer. And then Wolf Blitzer turns the TV on and sees me acting like him, like, oh, we have a situation. That's right, I took your spot. Man, oh man. It's finally coming down to this. That final 7 to 10 days. But it's 14 days beforehand. It's escalation of war. It's just everything's coming to an end. And then it's just all out destruction. These last 7 days, it's God's wrath. That's what I think. I think the war starts with the second 9/11. Then World War III is declared. Martial law is declared. And then we get to the point where all of a sudden it's raining fire and brimstone and stars are falling from heaven, and then the sun disappears for the last 3 days. And then the two witnesses rise back up after that. After 3 days of being shut down. And then that's the part where the entire underground world who's involved with, who's been promised to rule and reign as the 144,000, you guys get that rude ass awakening. Look, it's only fitting. Free will. You had free will to do everything you wanted to do. And then from that point on, you've seen that your free will got you in a bunker in the dark. And then when you crawl back out of the bunker, shame, shame, shame. Look, you're just gonna feel shameful. It sucks feeling the shame, but it's a humbling experience. You'll know when you're humbled. Steve Fletcher. Are you going to go to your bunker, or are you going to go to South America? Which one is it? Steve told me not to trust you from before. He said, don't trust anybody from Colorado or South America. He told me not to trust the Satyrs, anybody that's from Canada. He told me not to trust you either, Brian Tucker, because you're from Florida. I didn't realize it when I hopped on YouTube that I had an army of people that was against me, like pretending to be friendly but against me. I learned so much because Steve's the the mastermind behind it, he had all of you guys come to my channel and comment. And then I would look at the comments and I would hop over to your channel to see what you got. That's how I found the Saders and everybody. You know, and Tyler, I'm sure it's the same way. And Derek from McGlop, Truth, and all of you people out there that commented on my channel. It's because Steve sent you. Who sent you? Steve sent you. Thank God for that. And then all the things that I went through with you guys, attacking me, all of you, everybody came against me. It's when I made a stand for SJD on July 1st, 2018. That was one of the best things that I could have done. You know, you got to remember, I created that because I said make a stand for SJD. When as soon as I did that, I remember Andrea Nose came against me, the Mark 18, it's everybody, even Justin came against me. But he did it the right way. Out of everybody that did it, he did it the right way. That's why I talked to him. Because he did it the right way. And there was the falling out. Look, a falling out has to happen first. It already happened. That was the falling out on my channel. And then I've realized that everybody's copying off of what I'm doing. Everybody's starting to copy the things that I'm doing. It was, you know, flattering still. And then I didn't realize it. I mean, at the beginning I didn't realize. Then more and more I started realizing how Richie was paying attention, and AMTV, and Steve Fletcher, and then now Jonathan Click, and then I realized that I've literally gotten the attention of the top elite in the world that needs to hear God's message. It's a warning of judgment. And it started May 21st of 2011. That's when it began. But there's a covenant with many for 1 week. So after getting cut off, after 62 weeks, because I feel like Kleck is trying to steal my spot with the knowledge that I have from 2011, and using that and using everything that Harold Camping taught to use against us. But that's why I came up with May 21st, 2011. And in the 5 months, I know that was the period of stinging men. It already happened. And then a 7-year tribulation period after that. And then just add 62 weeks, and it just happens to be on December 28, 2019, which is 3.5 days after Christmas, 3.5 days before New Year's, exchanging gifts to one another. That sun's going to come. Look, you'll see it when the sun, we're going to see the sun. The rapture's going to happen because there's going to be rumors of it. It's not going to happen, but there's going to be rumors of the rapture happening because certain people won't be here anymore. Like the ones that are involved with deceiving the ones that think they're getting raptured, they're the ones that are going to disappear from YouTube. That's going to be what the rumor is. It's only going to be the entire world has no clue what's going on. Only we know what's going on. We, like here on this channel, and then other, mouthpieces for the elite that are planted there as YouTube agents. They all know what's getting ready to happen. And they know that, well, there's some of them that are involved with being the ones deceiving the people, thinking they're going to get raptured. And then there's the ones that are involved that are going to be left behind. And you guys, you get the shitty end of the stick first. And then the other guys that are tricking those guys, like Kleck, because Kleck's tricking all the Kleckites. He's not going to be there for you. He's going to leave you, and he's going to forsake you. And then there comes the tapping on the shoulder. That's it. Jonathan, it's over. Show's over. We're not going this route anymore. Sorry. No more forceful feeling. No more scrounging up trying to make ends meet, working month to month, year after year. That's what I've done. I've worked month to month, year after year. Just the necessities, the basics. No more. It's time for the elite to serve us by opening up their doors. But you got to be humbled first. You got to let the wheat and the tares grow together. That's how the world changes. There's people in high places right now. 144,000. That once you see the events happen, and once that sun disappears, and especially once it rises back up from December 28th, 2019 to January 1st, 2020, or January 21st, 2020 to January 24th, the first month, the 24th day of the first month, and then it rises up on the 24th at midnight into the 25th. Either way, when you see it rising up at midnight, when it's supposed to, when it goes down, I believe it's supposed to go down at noon. So there is a 3.5 day period. The sun goes down at noon. So possibly that sun's going to come by the 28th of December and destroy everything and just wipe everything out. After the great earthquake, there you go. I forgot about the great earthquake in Israel. But even though it truly means the Israelites, the 144,000 it's the great earthquake then. So Christmas is the time where it feels like the earthquake's going to happen, and then it's 7 days of, I think that's what it is. I think Christmas is going to be the greatest earthquake in the history of existence. Just as long as that second 9/11 happens on December 11th. If not, everything I said, and my channel's not up, just remember, continue it 21 days later. And that's the important part of knowing what they're going to do beforehand, because as they get closer, you can predict more, and they know that. So as we're getting to this point, they'll try to get subliminals in there to kind of make you think things are going to happen sooner, but then they're really going to be prolonged. So just in case they do prolong it for another 21 days, because they are acting like the first 21 days already happened. Steve Fletcher talked about Trump and the deadline or whatever, and then that would be the real 21 days happening. They might already be doing that, but just know that it's an extended period of time. And the ones that are behind the scenes, once all these things happen, if you were on Kleck's side beforehand, you're not going to be on his side afterwards. I guarantee it.